Alright, so let's continue on for more news for August the 9th of 2011 here at the Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. And again, visit my website to see all this news and to download my book for free. Just go to BibleProphecyMan.com. That's www.BibleProphecyMan.com. Now, before I left my last video, I told you we're going to look at the news about the gold and why I am looking at the news about gold and the silver. Let's go to the Bible first, because we need to know what Jesus said about gold and silver and these other items before we can connect the dots, obviously. So in Revelation chapter 18 verse 12 it says this: the merchandise of gold and silver, two of the items that are on this list. Listen to this. It says items of gold and silver, or the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thistle fine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of the most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble. Then it goes down and gives a list of some of these other items, but I'm going to center in on gold and the silver. Gold and the silver, obviously, if people are weeping over these items. In verse 11 it says this: and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise any more. And then it begins to list all of the things that they're crying over or weeping over. Gold and silver are on that list. So, knowing what the Lord showed us, we know people aren't going to be crying over for things that don't hold any value. And we know that the value of the gold and the silver, therefore, will rise to levels that we've never seen before. And I've been warning for a very, very long time. And my son has even been warning people even before I began. As a matter of fact, when my son came to me about this, the gold was $300 an ounce. And I thought it was high then. But after studying and praying and seeking the Lord about this, he just kept telling me to tell him that the gold is going to skyrocket like never before. This is why they'll be weeping, and I'm going to take it away, just as it says in the scriptures, that he was going to take it away, and the people living during the tribulation were going to be weeping and crying over the lost gold and the silver. Is what the Lord shows us in the book of Revelation. Is this planet, the people, are they set on the path that will reach and fulfill Revelation chapter 18 verse 12 and those subsequent verses? Yes, it is, and I'm going to prove it right now. Over the years, you go back and look, do a Google search, and you'll see that the gold was $300 an ounce, and since then it's been going crazy. Now in the last year and a half, the gold and the silver has started to really, really surge. Now here's the first article that I want to bring to your attention. I'm going to go to my website. You'll see this, and if not, you can look here. You can freeze frame this video and do the Google search if you'd like. But on August the 2nd, this article tells us from the Kitco News, the COMEX gold feature prices ended the U.S. day session sharply higher, then set another new all-time record high of $1,647.80. So on August the 2nd, we saw another high, over $1,600. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, on August 3rd, the day later, the headline reads to this. It says, energy and precious metals commodities. Gold sets a new historical record amid double-dip recession concerns. Gold surged today to set a new historical record at $1,672.85 per ounce. And that the day before was $1,647. Not much of a rise, right? But is rising. Now, let's continue on. There's another article that came out on the 3rd. And this came from the Telegraph. You'll be able to see this with no problems. You just take a look at that. It says gold to hit $2,000 before the year end. And you see that graph there. You'll be able to see that graph when you download this article. You do a Google search or go to my website. The gold at $2,000 an ounce, question mark. I didn't used to think so, but now I am not so sure. In fact, I'm almost convinced it will happen before the year is out. This is what they're writing about, where the direction of the gold is going. And silver is climbing as well. But so we have warnings that the people who are experts in the fields are saying that they believe that this is where it's going, because we haven't seen anything like this ever. Now, on August the 8th, which was yesterday, take a look at this. Gold price jumps above the 1,700 mark. All right? Do you understand what's happening? Please answer this question. Do you understand what is happening? The stones are being set to fulfill Revelation chapter 18, verse 12. It says, gold jumped to a new nominal record levels, rising from above the 1,700 as investors piled in following the S&P downgrade of the U.S. debt. The bullion hit a new record of $1,714 a troy ounce in late Asian trading, although it fell back in Europe amid buying by the European Central Bank and Spanish and Italian bonds, trading up 2.1%, $1,700.65 an ounce. Gold prices have been fueled by increasing fears of sovereign debt defaults and expectations of further monetary easing in the U.S. And meanwhile, the further boost has been seen for investors detoured from putting funds into their haven favorites, the Swiss franc and Japanese yen, after recent government interventions to weaken the currencies. It says Goldman Sachs backed the View on Monday, raised its 12-month target of bullion from $1,730 per ounce to $1,880 an ounce. The bank said that it expected rises to continue to climb in 2011 and 2012, given the current low level of U.S. real interest rates and the rise in debt worries. So, you have what has taken place, the concerns of the declining of the American economy that is stagnant, which we already covered. And as the stagnation continues and the people of the United States worry about where they're going to put their money, more of them are getting into gold, and it's going up, and so is the silver. Here's another article today. Take a look at this one. It's shocker. JPM sees gold at $2,500 by the year end. We thought we have seen it all. The JPM's Colin Fenton came out with a prediction of gold hitting $2,500 by year's end. That's right, JP Morgan, $2,500. Gold and silver have potential to run a lot higher. It has been clear for weeks that the prompt CMX gold price has been building in the rising probability of the reflaring of the financial crisis, gaining by 9.7%. And since June 30th, as the MSCI World Equity Index dropped by 10.1%, the collection of daily price changes between these two assets have dropped to minus 0.9 from a plus 0.29 over the prior year. Gold collection against tips has doubled to 0.35 from 0.18. And then just going down a little bit more, it says, before the downgrade, our view was that cash gold could average $1,800 per ounce by the by year end. This view will likely now prove to be too conservative. Spot gold could drive to $2,500 per ounce or higher. Now, we are getting to the point where gold is very, very expensive. We're getting to the point where the middle class, most of the middle class, can't afford to buy this any longer. And it's not over. I believe the gold will shoot up even higher. We'll see records that we've never seen before. Let's look at this now. This is the new that just came out today. Gold extends gains at Fed plans low rates until 2013. So once again, on August the 9th, we set another record for the high in gold. And today it says spot gold was $1,753.70 an ounce, up 2%. It hit an all-time peak at $1,778.29 in early trading. So again, I have to ask you, what part of the prophecy and the warning about what's going to happen to the gold in the book of Revelation do you not understand? Now, if you really don't believe the words that Jesus has given to you and the wisdom that he's shown to us in the book of Revelation, if you're one of those people who have hardened your heart to the Lord Jesus Christ and you refused to receive him, then I'm sad to tell you that you're in for a huge surprise when you find yourself headlong in the middle of the tribulation period because you refuse to receive the love of the Lord Jesus Christ and embrace his free gift of salvation. You still have time to do it today. Please take the time and do it today so that you would be ready, hopefully ready and abiding in the Lord when he comes back for us, which I believe is going to happen in a not too distant future. I really believe it's gonna, or it will happen in the near term. So we see all of these signs, and that's the major key. When you shall see all of these things take place, know that it is near, even at the door. And so our generation is seeing everything the Lord showed us, and we're living in it. And so get ready for it, because the Lord is coming, and those will be blessed who are looking for the great appearing of Jesus Christ. And now on to some more news if you scroll down.